Lanceolata family. Before we begin, my two researchers are going to explain the introduction and the methods of this particular case.
Mycorrhiza, a symbiotic relationship that affects over 80% of plant species, describes a relationship where plant roots and fungi exchange different resources. Fungi's network of hyphae efficiently transfer soil minerals and water into a plant, while the plant provides the fungi with resources for the fungi's metabolism. Plants need close connections with fungi since plants are commonly in nutrient depletion zones. Key elements exchanged between the two parties is phosphorus, from the fungi to the plant, and carbon, given by the plant to the fungi. Walter et al. Further explains that a strong mycorrhizal relationship is vital to both parties because one cannot function to their best without the other.
Argello et al. From Ecology Letters explains the following experimental setup, in which host plants were placed into a multi-chamber system. The plants in the system were exposed to one of 4 different conditions.
The conditions included no exposure to arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, or AMF,
exposure to one type of AMF on one side of the plant, exposure to one type of AMF on each side of the plant, and exposure to 2 different AMF species on either side of the plant. Researchers standardized the bacterial communities of the plants by giving each pot 5 milliliters of microbial wash. The outer compartment of each multi-chamber system supplies phosphorus to the plant via AMF. This allowed for the researchers to measure the exchange of phosphorus acquired by the plant. Essentially, the experiment set out to compare the interaction between plants and AMF when the other side of the plant was exposed to another AMF.
Welcome to Family Therapy, P. Lanceolata and Son. What seems to be the problem today?
My son won't cooperate with me. Everything I tell him to do, he just does the opposite. I give him so much love and nutrients, yet in return, he gives me so little phosphorus.
Well, Mose, what do you think about this?
Why would I give him more phosphorus if he already gives me everything I need? I just don't see the logic.
But I give you so much. Is it really too much to ask for a little more phosphorus and attention?
Yes. Well, you know, a few years back I had a very similar situation with a different plant. What seemed to help them, to help their unwilling child give more phosphorus, is they adopted another child. Maybe you should try this solution.
You know what? I'll think about it.
Well, welcome back, guys. I see you adopted a beautiful little fungus. How's it going, Dad?
Great. Ever since we adopted this little fungus who always gives me phosphorus, my son here has been giving me more attention and phosphorus. I feel so loved.
Well, Mose, what seemed to change your mind?
Well, I didn't really like that he was giving her all his love and attention. So I thought maybe if I gave him some more love and attention, he'd, pay attention to me and to keep me again. So.
Well, that's understandable. I'm really glad this therapy solution worked for you guys as well. Typically, in the family dynamic, when you introduce another AMF species, the uncooperative AMF will cooperate more. So I'm very good about this all work for you guys.
The figures presented here show the resource exchange rate between arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi in 2 different plants. In both P. lanceolata and T. prantis species of plants, the less cooperative fungi F. mosei, shown with the black dot, gave less phosphorus in return for carbon when this AMF was on its own. However, when the R. irregularis was introduced into the system, the F. mosei adjusted its behavior, and the resulting behavior between the 2 species were the average of their baseline behavior as shown in the non-AMF section of the graph. This could be likely due to the parent plant's allocation of more resources to the more cooperative fungi and sanctioning the less cooperative fungi, thereby encouraging F. mosei to adjust its behavior. Overall, this sort of dynamic between 2 different AMFs on plants promote cooperation and evolutionary beneficial relationships.